Hi folks, Howie the Butcher back. Been a while, but I'm ready to get started shooting some videos again. Looking forward to it. I want to share a great idea with you. It's not a new idea, but it's one that maybe people aren't aware of. And that is jerky made out of ground beef. It's awesome. I love it. It's not as tough and chewy as the jerky. For people with weak teeth or whatever, you don't like the muscle jerky for that reason, this is a perfect option for you. This is all the ingredients you need to get going. First of all, you have to start with a hydrator. Then your seasoning. This is available through your large sporting goods stores, on the internet, whatever. They're out there. You'll have to find it. I'm not selling seasoning, I'm selling an idea. Okay, 93% ground beef or better. You need black pepper, which is optional, but onion powder, garlic powder, and a jerky shooter. So that's really all you need to make ground beef jerky. So now I'm going to add all the seasonings, and I'm going to mix it, thoroughly mix it. You may need to add up to a quarter cup of cold water, makes it easier mixing, and it comes out of the jerky shooter a lot better. So, and another thing I want to add about the hamburger, this on the package says it needs to be brought up to 160 degrees to kill any bacteria or parasites or whatever. You don't want to make people sick out there. So when we get done, we're going to put it on a cookie sheet in the oven at 200 degrees for approximately 10 minutes to bring it up to 160 degrees. And another thing, if you use ground deer, it works great. You don't want any fat in it, and it's recommended that you freeze it for 30 days at 0 degrees or more to kill parasites. Alright, I'll be back. I'm going to mix it up real good. We'll be back. Okay, I've added my jerky seasoning, and it also comes with a packet of Cure. This particular brand I have, sodium whatever, nitrate. Okay, my pepper, 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. And a tablespoon of garlic powder. Now, something else that's optional, if you like it hot, use some cayenne pepper. Again, half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, depending how hot you like it. I like it really hot. And there are times I'll add black pepper, white pepper, and the cayenne pepper. Anyway, depends how hot you like it, but it's good just as it is. You don't have to add any of this other than the seasoning itself. It's good stuff, folks. Okay, I've got it all mixed up, and it does discolor. It changes darker color because of the Cure in it. That's what it's supposed to do. So it's not bad. It's a good thing. One other thing I wanted to say about this was 2 pounds to start with. So with those trays, I can do up to 4, but I elected just to do that for this video. The shooter that I got also comes with a little tube that you can make like the jerky style, or the, Slim Jim style sticks. So it'll run out a tube, but I like the flat sticks better myself, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, I'm going to load up the jerky shooter. I kind of make it a little roll so I can get as much in at a time as I can. And yes, I did wash my hands. Alright, so we simply screw it back on. And I always like to line this up so it's straight when I'm running it out. Okay, so just start squeezing the trigger. You can make them whatever length you like. I make about 3 pulls on this shooter, and it fits perfect in a quart zipper bag is what I store it in. And I cut it off with just a butter knife, gives you a nice square edge. And when you run it out, you don't want them touching. It's not going to hurt anything, but they will fuse together. So you want to put it as close as you can so you can get as much on at the time as possible. So just continue the process till it's all ran out. I'm going to finish that up and we'll be back. Okay, salt ran out, got to put the lid on it, plug it in. My dehydrator has a thermostat. The high setting is 145 degrees. It says meats right on the little dial here. Yours might go higher or whatever, but the recommended high setting 145. So I've had great luck with it. So 6 hours, we'll be back. It'll be awesome. We'll do it a little bit in the oven to bring the temp up to 160, and just a matter of enjoying it. Maybe something cold to drink. We'll be back to finish this up in 6 hours. Okay, we're back. Been exactly 6 hours. It looks great. Now to check the dryness, I simply squeeze it. There might be just a little flexibility, but not very much at all. It feels pretty solid. So I'm simply going to unplug it here. And I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet with a paper towel to absorb some of the excess grease. There is some grease. We did use 93%. The leaner the better. If you can use the Ford 96 or whatever, or straight ground deer with no fat in it. But again, it's recommended freezing it for 30 days at 0 degrees or less. So we're just going to do this, make sure we get our temp up there. It won't take that long. We only have to bring it up 15 degrees. So then there'll be one final step after that. I'll pat the top of it with a paper towel to try and get as much of that grease off of it. Then we'll finish up and we'll talk about storage once we get to that point. Alright, in the oven it goes for 10 minutes at 200. Put it in the oven for a little bit, get that temp up to 160. Looks great. All I'm going to do, pat it with the paper towel. You can see it's taking up some of the grease. Okay, so just kind of do that. The grease is what will turn rancid, but it takes an awful long time before it gets bad. Now I simply let it cool off. I'll put it in quart and zipper bags, and I always keep it refrigerated. You really don't have to, but it'll stay longer. It'll last quite some time, but always keep it in the fridge. The biggest thing is to keep it from molding. If you leave it out in the summer especially, it can. I've never really had any get moldy on me, but just a precaution. Keep it in the cooler in a Ziploc bag. So in summary, 93% lean or better ground beef, your good seasoning dehydrator. It can be done in the oven. I've never done that, but I know people that do at your lowest setting, 150, 200, and it can be done. But nice having a dehydrator like this one, works great. So anyway, tweak it with the peppers if you want. For me, the hotter the better. So whatever you like, but you definitely gotta have the garlic in there. So until next time, if you don't know meat, know your meat man.